Oh my god. Oh my god. What the frick? Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Dr. Stone Season 4, Episode 2, Science Journey. Last episode, there was a difference of opinions, I guess, between Yusui and Senku about which way to take to get to the Americas. Senku won by the end of it after they played a game of poker, and that's how they settled their differences. So, before we get into this episode, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelingme. And now let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
2 weeks before the Perseus departure. Okay. Corn. Oh, so that's how he did the beer. Okay. Okay. That is true. Aww, our science people. No, he's too young. Aww. What's she gonna ask? Or do I feel like it's gonna be something complicated? No matter how complicated it is, I'm sure they can do it. See, among the people that were not drinking, apart from Rusui, all of them are like there. This song is fun. I need to increase the volume. I won't let you down. Oh, that is not enough. I want more of that one, that part of it. They're probably gonna get something else out of it, not the. This is the first time I'm seeing a cow on this show. Aww. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Tsukasa. Oh, this is so cute and adorable. Spicy cola. Sissy loves this cola. Spicy Cinderella. Oh. 3-layer tea latte.
3色の縞模様で科学の積み重ねをイメージしました。千空様が美しく混ぜ合わせてくだされば、科学の積み重ねはきっとほんの少しだけ甘いラテになりますよ。
Even making drinks is sciencey. Oh my goodness, I love it. He's drunk. How awesome you used to be? Really?
前触れは何もありませんでした。そう長くはかかりませんでした。
Oh, he does look like him. Oh man. Oh man.
どうして天はこの石化武器を人々に振りまいたのか。みんなの石化が目的なら装置一つで全てを包めば済む話じゃないか。まるで僕らが勝手に石化し合うように仕向けられたかのような。悔しいんだよ、それが。
後世に伝えねばならない。この忌まわしき元凶を。
ビールと抹茶。大人の苦味は積み重なり、やがてまろやかな風味へと昇華します。
What happened? Oh my god.
私は司殿、胸をお借りしたい。司殿。おお、こっちも起こすのか。本当によ。もう銃もあるし、司もいいんだぞ。暴れる余地もねえわ。バトルはてめえが専門だ。司、てめえがいるっつんなら好きにしろ。
Oh my god.
俺は格闘屋だからね。武芸師なんだ。
Oh my god. What the frick?
力を貸してほしい、氷河。条件があります。一つだけ。なんだ、司たちぶ。
He wants Moss also to be.
いずれにせよ認めないでしょう。復興後の司法機関が。条件は復活液を2人。
Oh my gosh. Moss and the girl. I'm forgetting her name. The pink hair.
いいえ、その前にやることがあります。確かにね。結構。モズ君、ちゃんとしてください。
What, like, what is it that they're trying to do first?
やだやだ言うの。危なくて混じれるわけないじゃんね。
Oh, they're training by themselves. Okay.
中世の初め、北の海を支配した最強の海賊。それが俺たちバイキングだ。バイキングばっかり。なんであんなスイスイ進めちゃうの？海に目印あるみたく。海の目印は太陽だけだ。そこである伝説が生まれた。バイキングはいついかなる時でも太陽の場所を知ることのできる 太陽の石を持っているにち
今は問題ね。科学の大正義 GPS 先生で現在地丸分かりだからな。日本に残ったルリたちと連携すんだよ。
日時計と砂時計でできる限り正確な日本の時刻を船の皆さんに通信でお知らせするんです。海からクロムの本当の
Oh my god.
だからなんだよそれよ。向こうは今朝の10時だ。何時かが分かりゃそっから細けい秒数は俺が数えりゃ済むからな。
でも何時かが分かるとどの場所が分かるのか正確には分かんないんだよ。
お日様が一番高いとこ来たよ。
ジャスト12時だぜこの船は。
太陽の高さで縦の位置、つまりペルセウス号の現在位置はここだ。
貴様さえ見えてれば全部分かっちゃうんだよ。
ああ、このまま晴天が続きゃアメリカ行きも順風満帆だ。
And what if you don't exactly? Don't you have a sunstone like the? Can you figure out sunstone?
海で迷子になっちゃうんだよ。バイキングのお話にあった。
That's exactly what I was saying. Can't they make something like that? Or find something, I don't know. Maybe Chrome already has it.
琥珀のゴリラパワーで綺麗にし
Gorilla power.
なんだ中に綺麗な宝石でもあるのか。
俺も最初はそう思ったのよ。でもな、こうやって物透かしてみるとは。
なんだかずれて。これを果たしてルリネーが喜ぶかどうか。
いや、なんでかなんだってやべえもんになるかもしんねえ。だからなんだって調べとく。それが科学使いの
Yeah. Chrome.
太陽の方にこういい感じの角度で向けるとだ。
They're lying?
オスロッタ崩壊石か。こいつは天然のプリズムだってことなあ。ざっくりやそうだ。
I don't think I fully get the science behind it, but I trust them.
なぜバイキングたちはそんなものを運んでいたのか
Now you know.
謎だったわけだ。そして4000年の時を超えてバイキングたちと同じように俺たちもアメリカ大陸。
次は科学で何作れ。
Ah, my heart. You've never seen an iceberg before. I hope they did. I hope it's actually the Americas, right? Wow. Okay. I need to go back real quick too. I feel like I was way too excited when they woke up Hyoga, and then I missed something. Okay, what I missed was Senku assuming that Hyoga wanted to be pardoned for trying to kill Tsukasa and others, but yeah, that's not what he wanted. He wanted to revive Maz and I'm not forgetting her name. I don't know if I wrote it down or anything. I'm looking at my notes and I had Hyoga-san and then I wrote proper right next to him because that's what he's all about, being proper. But if I had Homura, that's her surname, Homura. He wanted to revive Homura and Maz. Now, when he said to Homura that they needed to do something, not Homura, Maz, that they needed to do something first, I'm like, what is that something? Is that something, the training that they started doing? Like the scene that came from right after that was Hyoga training Matsukaze. So is that what they were talking about? Or do they have something else in mind? When he said he wanted something else, I knew what it was going to be. Since I saw the intro and I saw Maz also revived in the intro and Homura as well. So I'm like, wait, does he want to revive Mars, because they said that the next time they meet or whatever, if they revived or something or other, that he wanted Hyoga to teach him his style of fighting and everything. So I knew when he asked that's who he was gonna be waking up, him and Homura. Now, when he first woke up, I'm like, what's gonna happen? I was thinking, what's gonna happen between, I mean, like them seeing each other after he tried to kill him, you know. But then again, it's like Tsukasa is the one that wanted to revive him. Also, I mean, the final choice. Senku was gonna wake him up, right? But then he's like, the final choice is gonna be Tsukasa's because he's the one that's all about the fighting and stuff. And Tsukasa's like, yeah, we need him. So they woke him up. Now, Senku said that he's not stupid enough to want to do whatever, to have any crazy ideas in his mind, especially with humanity at stake. I'm like, I don't know about that. So y'all better not trust him like 100%. I feel like he may betray them in the future. So I'm not worried about Tsukasa betraying us at all. But Hyoga and Mars, I wouldn't trust them 100%. Now, they started the episode with just sort of like them, well, they showed how they made the alcohol that they currently have, the beer that they currently have on the ship that they were partaking in. And then there were others among them that were not drinking, So Francois is like, I'm gonna make something for you guys. And they made some things. And the way she, like each drink that she made for each person, she named it a certain thing. But then it was also, it sort of fit with the personality of each person that she made the drinks for. I found that kind of cute. Whereas Matsukaze was also talking about, it's like what happened, and they actually showed the master that Ginro resembles, and I'm like, yeah, he does look like him, of course, but I couldn't feel bad because when the master started turning into stone, I believe it was Matsukaze that cut off the stone, like the hand, cut it off. And that's probably why the master bled to death. So I couldn't help but feel sad because had he let the whole process finished, then they could have revived him as well, But that didn't happen and he died. And it was an interesting question that he posed before he died. Like if they wanted to just petrify the whole of the world, why didn't they just like use this giant, just one thing and then petrify everybody? Why did they send a whole lot of them? It's because they wanted them to be fighting over it and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't know, this, like, what's the real goal? I would say it can't be the same person that petrified the world. Was it 2,000 years ago, 4,000, however 1,000 years ago? Like the first time around, or when the show started. I can't believe that it's the same person that's petrifying them. Or maybe it is. It could be the same person that they petrified the whole of the earth that time, and then they sort of like petrified themselves and sort of like position things in such a way that they are sort of like revived. Yeah, so I'm trying to look at the timeline of things, but clearly the person that did it originally, if they were still alive, like if they didn't like stone themselves or whatever, they won't still be alive till now, right? They will be dead. So it will be somebody else that's sort of like taking over the stoning of people, right? I don't know. I'm confused. So what else happened? I kind of like this scene. I don't know. It just when I saw it, it was like, ooh. When they showed Kohaku and I believe it was Kinro that were sparring after Matsukaze like drunk. I believe they mixed a beer with matcha. I think that's what Francois did, and he just like had a sip or something, and then he just like fell, and he was drunk. And the way he was like, "I need your chest." To Tsukasa, that was funny. So when he woke up, and then they showed Kohaku and Kinro like fighting, and then Tsukasa was just standing there with his giant weapon in his hands, just watching them. I'm like, I don't know, it did something to me. I don't know, like I guess I just saw in that moment like the conflict that they used to have, and I seeing them on the sort of at the same side, and seeing Tsukasa. He's probably the one that's training them, just watching them fight and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know, it felt good. I don't know, I felt something. What else? And then Kinro and Ginro, they went on the side to go fight because they're like, Kinro Ginro is sort of like, doesn't want to be close to Hyoga and Mars, And no, Tsukasa's probably okay. He's been with them for a while now. But those two, no. So he's like, took his brother away, and then they were fighting by themselves somewhere over there. That was cute. And now they were like, okay, how are we supposed to be navigating this whole sea, these seas without, how is the GPS thing supposed to work? And then they're like, okay, first of all, you need the position of the sun. Excuse me. And then you need the time. And then based off of that, they're able to sort of like calculate the horizontal and vertical positions. I believe the horizontal one is calculated with the time thing. Like we have Rudy sending them like their time. Japan is at a certain position, on the map. They know the time there. They can calculate the time, like things where they are horizontally. But then the sun is like, how high is the sun, and all these things. You can measure the vertical position. But then they're like, okay, so as long as we can see the sun, then we should be okay. And then the very next second, it's like all dark, all stormy, no sun. And Ryusui had just told them the story of the Vikings and how they traveled to the Americas with the sunstone, and they did that before Columbus and all of those things. And I'm like, so I guess they also needed sunstone. And Suika mentioned it. And then Chrome went and dug up the stone that he found a long time ago. And he's like, you can see things like sort of like twice. And they sort of positioned it in such a way that like, okay, if all the different images, I guess, in the stone, the prism, when they sort of like line up, that's where you know where the sun is and stuff like that. And they were able to, that was basically their sunstone. I think Senku was called a calcite or something, or calcite, I don't know, something like that. And I loved, like, it hit me in my heart when Senku was looking at Chrome, and then just remembering seeing them sort of like traveling together, and him asking, what are we going to do with science now? I don't know, it melted my heart. That one scene, it just like, I'm feeling it right now. I just love how, Senku was like, in every generation, there's always going to be that one, or every year, whatever, that there's always going to be someone that's curious about how things work, about science, and just do things. And then he found Chrome in this little village, and then Senku has sort of been his master, his teacher for all this while. And just him looking at Chrome, having sort of like, he didn't go to Senku, And Senku will be like, oh, okay, this is this. We can use this to find the sun. It came from him, you know. He's the one that found the stone. He's the one that, like, with Kwaku's help, they got the prism out of the thing. And then he's the one that positioned it in such that they can find the position of the sun, you know. He figured all of that out before he brought it to Senku. And Senku was like, oh, this is calcite and all of that. So it's like Senku looking at him. I feel like there's a pride in there, you know, which makes me feel so proud of. I just love them. I love it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Let me sort of quickly scroll through. Yeah, there's nothing else. They made it to the Americas. They made it there. I love the montage and how, okay, they were, at one point they showed the iceberg, and everyone that previously that came from the modern world, I guess, they were not that surprised. They were like pleasant surprised and everything. But the newer generations, they were just looking at her, whoop, like their eyes were just like bulging. I was like, they've never seen that. So it's like amazing for them to see. I don't know. I love seeing them discover new things that we as a modern civilization has sort of like now taken for granted, even though not all of us have seen all the things in the world. You know, I've never seen an iceberg in real life. So it's like, yes, I have never seen it in real life, but I know they exist. I've seen it in movies and stuff like that. So even if I were to see it in real life, I wouldn't be all of that surprised, you know. But for Chrome and Suika and Kohaku and the others that have never seen anything like that before, just seeing that, it's like this amazing discovery, you know. And I love seeing their reactions when they come upon stuff like that. So I don't know, I just love this show. It makes you sort of like take notice of, remember or appreciate all the things that you currently have, or have the ability or the possibility of seeing. Just appreciating those things, because not everyone can, you know. And just this show reminds me of that. It makes me take what's the word that I was looking for? Take stock of it. I don't know. I just love the show. I love it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider support on Patreon at patreon.com/feelingme. If you want to see my reaction to the very next episode, it's gonna be uploaded there. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah. Ooh.